Oh my goodness, y'all. I think I played that like 5 times last night. It's just so beautiful. I saw Gladys Knight last year and whew, amazing. Yes, she is. She is a legend for sure. She's a legend for sure. I'm gonna take this off. So welcome everyone again to Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. Happy Sunday and happy Black History Month. Yes. And this month we get an extra day because it's leap year, so we get the 29th. So that's a good thing. So February, I shared in the newsletter that February is one of my favorite months for two reasons. One, my sugars were born on February 22nd, Aria and Zola. And two, it's Black History Month. So I don't know who gets the Science of Mind magazine. Okay, about half. I would encourage you to get the Science of Mind magazine. It's a wonderful magazine that really grounds you in the teachings of Science of Mind from different perspectives. And this month, the daily guides are being done by Reverend Dr. Andrea Earl, and she is fire. Okay, she is fire. She's based in Oakland. You know her, Jennifer? Ah, so I'm telling the truth, right? Fire. She is fire. And so she's doing the daily guides for Black History Month. And one of the things that she says in her intro is her intentions with the daily guides is to share how Black history is filled with how I got over stories, the success stories of oppressed people. And when I read that, that took me back to that song, How I Got Over. Anyone know that song? All right. So I was raised Pentecostal, and that was one of our songs. And we would have church over that song. It would like, oh, it would start a thing. It would start a charge in the church, How I Got Over. Stumble back and wonder how I got over. Mm, mm, so delicious. So another thing that she writes is this: Black history at its best illuminates a legacy of faith, love, and perseverance. It returns us to wholeness. It also exposes an intentional culture of inequity, exclusion, terror, and brutality. So I stand here today because my ancestors survived the Middle Passage, and I am a demonstration of them doing so. And I know and I give thanksgiving and gratitude because they breathe me, they love me, they protect me, they know me, as I know your ancestors do for you as well. And so our theme this year is Ubuntu, we rise together. So even in this complicated story that America history is, let us know that Black history is American history. Will you know that with me? I'm feeling all alone. How about y'all out here on Zoom and Facebook? Will y'all know that with me? Yeah. Okay, okay. So we're going to check in later to see if anyone's had any Ubuntu experiences this week, or if you got out of your comfort zone and showed up as your quality. And I'll explain more about that if you're not familiar with what I'm speaking to. So our theme, as Jan has shared in that beautiful meditation and prayer, our theme this month is love. And my husband reminded me that February is also the month that we celebrate Valentine's Day. But I'm not a Valentine's Day girl. So I'm like, oh yeah, honey, that's nice. So he's a Valentine's Day guy, right? So yes, it's love, but not for that reason. It's love because love is always the answer, right? It's love because every day of the year is love, because we are love, because spirit is love. So I just want to make a note for you if you're not aware This Wednesday in our community cafe, we're doing something a little different. We're doing a book study with the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And Eugene Holden, who was our guest speaker last Sunday, is the facilitator for our 5-week book study. And that inspired today's talk, Leap with Love, because it does take a big leap to leap with love. And so we're going to be exploring that for the next 5 Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So please join us on Zoom, and you can go to our website for more information. So I always believe the first leap we take is a leap of love. We leap with each other in love all the time. And we leap through the expression of rising together, which is Ubuntu, I am because you are. And I want to share, as I always do, definitions. And I just want to ground us in the definition of love and leap. And so the definition of love that I'm using is from Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind text. And he defines love as this: the self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. I'll read that again. The self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. Are we not creation? So that would mean that love is expressing as a creation of each one of us, as a demonstration of that love that is spirit. Do you see that connection? Okay, wonderful. And the definition of leap that I want to share, there were many definitions for leap, but the one I want to ground us in is this one. Leap is an abrupt change or increase. Another definition of leap is a leap of faith. Familiar with that one, that term, leap of faith? Leap of faith is an act or instance of accepting or trusting in something that cannot readily be seen or proved. Sounds familiar, right? Mm-hmm. The Science of Mind teaches us that the law of mind is mind in action. So love is an activity. It is an action, right? It's not just something that we say. It's something that we are. Yes? So leaping with love is a way that we get to use the creative process in a conscious and intelligent way with our mind and with our heart. Yes? And so you may recognize this as our symbol for the science of mind. And that first level is spirit, the middle level is soul, and the bottom area is body. You may also know it as seed, soil, and plant. Yes? So the wonderful thing about the soil, the soul, is that it always says yes. It always says yes. You plant some tomato seeds, the soil doesn't say, I want cucumbers. I'm gonna grow cucumbers with these tomato seeds. No, it just welcomes the seeds. Yes? Yes. So whatever we plant in our soul, the soil will manifest. And so the invitation is to plant love, to plant your quality, whatever your quality may be, because the soul says yes, and the soul doesn't question, it just leaps. It just leaps. So when I say, I'm not ready to leap, my soul says, yes, we are. Yes, yes. But that hesitation impacts what it's going to look like. It's going to impact what will be manifested. So we get to make a whole full body yes when we leap with love, without hesitation. So we really, really need to get that we don't have to be ready to leap. That's one of the biggest hesitations. I'm not ready yet. I need to have this. Let me go back to school. Let me take one more class. It's Monday. I only leap on Fridays. Right? We need to really get that it is not about being ready. We are rarely ready. Rarely are we ready. But we can leap anyway. We can leap anyway. I love that I read some book, I think it was Draw the Circle. And one of the days was about the term ready, set, go. And the author flipped it to go, set, ready. Remember Sekou? So that's my thing. It is just go, go. It'll set itself, and sure enough, you'll be ready. So go, set, ready. It may appear as if there is nothing there to catch you if you fall, and God forbid if you fail, right? Failing is okay. Just leap anyway, because we know that faith is in the unseen, it's in the invisible, but it is there. It is there, just like love is there. The Bible says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And it goes on to state that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. We want to wait until we see the evidence, the tangible evidence, before we take the leap. Stop doing that. Because the evidence is in the faith, it's in the trusting, it's in the knowingness that which is going to catch you is in the invisible realm. It is spirit itself. So not being able to see everything, not seeing every single step. And one of my dear friends, she is such an organized person, and she analyzes every single detail. I had to stop traveling with her. It drove me crazy. The itinerary was like a masterpiece, but it left no space for the unexpectedness, right? So not being able to see every step, not knowing what the end result is going to look like perfectly, none of that is necessary in order to leave. I love the story. When I was a kid, my mother used to read us Bible verses. We had this gigantic Bible book, and it had all these pictures and stuff. And one of my favorite stories was the story of Noah. I was fascinated by Noah. Fascinated. I wanted to know, how did he get the animals to get on the ark? Like, did he have food? Did he tempt them? Like, how did that even happen? Like, these are the stories I would ask in Sunday school. So I was oftentimes in trouble. But God commanded Noah to build the ark, right? Noah lived basically in the desert. And his neighbors were like, "What you doing, Noah?" Noah said, "I'm only here building an ark. It's going to be a flood." And his neighbor's like, "What? Do you know where we are? It hasn't rained here in forever." And I imagine now if Noah was here today and social media would be like, can you imagine the memes about Noah? Right? Poor Noah. Right? But Noah didn't need to see the rain. He didn't need to see a drop coming out of the sky. He took a leap. He took a leap with love. He gathered up all the things that he needed. He listened and he obeyed. He trusted in the invisible, and he was prepared when it came. Noah is not unique. That is each one of our stories. I know you could think of a time when you just got this deep urge to like do something. It didn't make any sense. There was no evidence that this made any sense whatsoever, but yet your heart was saying, go, turn down this way, call this person, wait, don't leave the house yet. No evidence that anything was going to happen or not happen. But you listened, and then something showed up. Anyone had that experience? Yes. So we get to trust that. That is the evidence that you need, that it has already happened. That we could pull from what we know as our experience. It's not enough to know. You have to have the experience of the knowing. Otherwise, it's just information. So we leap. We know what leaping looks like. We may know what it feels like, but we have to have the experience of leaping. And so we leap with love. Are you willing to leap with love? So I ask questions, and it's an invitation. You know, because the ethers are like, yes? Are you saying yes? Are you willing to leap with love?
Yes.
Yes. Are you willing to leap with faith?
Yes.
Yes. Ernest writes in the Science of Mind text this: there is a law of unfoldment in us, which says we can advance only by going from where we are to the place we would like to be. We do not have to make the law work. Isn't that a relief? We don't have to make the law work. It is its nature to work. Oh, that makes me so happy, y'all. I don't have to make the law work. It's its nature to work. And gladness, then, we should make our desires known. And in confidence, we should wait upon the perfect Lord to manifest through us. Our part, listen up, y'all. This is our part. Our part is to be willing. It is to be willing to be guided in truth and liberty. That's our part. Just to be willing to leap with love. So we leap with gladness, we leap with confidence, we leap with willingness, we leap with faith. We leap with love because we know that love points the way. Love always points the way, and law makes the way possible. That's probably one of my favorite lines in the Science of Mind text. that love points the way and law makes the way possible. I don't have to. I don't have to make the law work, but I get to use the law. I get to plant the seed in the soil, in my soul. The activity of the law and love in action is the Spirit descending into the soil, the Spirit descending into the soil and being made manifest through and as us. So I want to know today what y'all gonna do. Are y'all gonna take the leap? Ashe. Are you gonna take the leap? Last night, I oftentimes play music. I do these little commercial breaks sometimes when I'm preparing for service, and I'll put on music and I'll get up and dance. It's quite a thing. And so last night, I played Vicki Winans. You know Vicki Winans?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to check out Vicki Winans. She's no joke. She sings this song, Shake Yourself Loose. It's a very upbeat song. She's very Christian and it's fabulous. But this is one of the lines, one of the verses in the song. Shake loose everything that binds you up. Who told you that you can't make it? God says that you can take it. I want you to know you're about to break through loose. Spirit took the keys and gave them to you. Here's what you gotta do. Shake loose everything that binds you up. Hear me today. Here's what you got to do. You got to shake loose and take that leap with love. Yes? Take the leap from everything that binds you up. All those negative beliefs that I am not worthy, that I am not enough, that I am not safe, that I am out here all alone, that I got to do it all by myself. Shake yourself loose because it's not the truth. The law works. Absolutely. It is totally impersonal. It will do. That is its job. It never takes a day off, never on vacation, always available. So we get to work with that which already works. Some of us are out here trying to make a new wheel. You don't have to make no more wheels. We get to use what works. So let us take the leap from worrying, wishing, wanting, and waiting. My big thing is wanting. Shake yourself loose from wanting. Unwant. Unwant. Because the vibration of wanting is just more wanting. So unwant and know, have the experience of that which you desire. Have the experience. Have it flow through you as you. That's how we get to shake ourselves loose from everything that binds us up. Because that will bind you up. Yes? Take a leap. This one is just for me. I know this one right here is just for me. Take the leap from perfectionism. Mm-hmm. Procrastination. Pessimism. That one ain't me. I'm very, very optimistic person. And give yourself permission to leap with love. What is Spirit moving you to do? Stop acting like you don't know, because you know. You came here knowing. So we just remember we reconnect, we rediscover what we already know, within ourselves. That whisper, that flutter in your stomach, we know, we can feel it. Leaping has a feeling tone to it. It can feel really scary, right? It can be very uncomfortable. And guess what? It should be. You're leaping. It should feel all of those things. And yet, we get to leap anyway, knowing that spirit has us. My grandmama used to say, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, God got you. So I know this is the truth. And I know that you know this is the truth. So what excites me so much this year is that we get to leap with love. We get to leap as Ubuntu. We get to leap with each other. We get to encourage each other to leap. I get to say to Susie, yes, do restart. Go, girl, go. Right? We get to do that for each other. I get to say to Rev Joan, yes, girl, come on in and give a sermon. Yes. This is what we get to do and be for each other. We don't say, no, wait, maybe next year, Susie. Maybe, I heard it might rain. Excuses make no sense. So let us leap. Leap with love. Leap with your quality. And if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say your quality, one of the things that we do here at Rockland is we choose a quality that we are making a commitment to more fully embody and embrace and experience. So leap with your quality. So let me ask, has anyone leaped with their quality this week? Any experiences of standing and embodying your quality this week? Anyone got a story to share? Okay, come up here. Yes.
So scary.
I'm leaving.
She's leaving, see? All right.
I got engaged this week.
With love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I proposed.
I like that. Congratulations. That is certainly a leap with love. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So this is what we're doing. The invitation has been extended to leap with love. To leap with love. So I want to close this with these words from Khalil Gibran. So I just invite you to take a breath and just go within. Do not love half lovers. Do not entertain half friends. Do not indulge in works of the half talented. Do not live half a life and do not die half a death. If you choose silence, then be silent. When you speak, do so until you are finished. Do not silence yourself to say something, and do not speak to be silent. If you accept, then express it bluntly. Do not mask it. If you refuse, then be clear about it. For ambiguous refusal is but a weak acceptance. Do not accept half a solution. Do not believe half truths. Do not dream half dreams. Do not fantasize about half hopes. Half a drink will not quench your thirst. Half a meal will not satisfy your hunger. Half the way will get you nowhere. Half an idea will bear you no results. Your other half is not the one you love. It is you in another time, yet in the same space. It is you when you are not. Half a life is a life you didn't live, a word you have not said, a smile you postponed, a love you have not had, a friendship you did not know, to reach and not arrive, work and not work, attend only to be absent. What makes you a stranger to them closest to you, and they strangers to you? The half is mere. The half is a mere moment of inability, but you are able, for you are not half a being. The half is a mere moment of inability, but you are able, for you are not half a being. You are a whole that exists to live a life, not half a life. So let's lead with love. Ashe and amen. And so it is.